My name is Randy Orton. And last week, I committed one of the most atrocious acts in my career. When I saw Layla get on that ring for a third time, I lost control and I struck her on the back of the head. Layla, I am truly sorry for any pain or suffering that I might have caused you. I've been told by WWE executives that my career is on the line. I've showed up here to Friday Night Smackdown, and I am ready to go. I'm ready to lace up my boots and do what I do best. James Storm, the rest is up to you. I've been the youngest WWE World Champion. I was the face of the WWE. I've been Money in the Bank winner. I've been all sorts of things in this business. This business is my livelihood. And for it to be taken away because of one small mistake, it definitely takes me back, James. It takes me back to an evolution. When I became the world's youngest champion in the WWE, and they outcasted me. It was a mistake. I could have been so much more had I ridden the coattails just a little further. And it also takes me back to when I was in the military, and I got court-martialed again for a stupid small mistake. Everyone deserves a second chance, James. But that's my plead to you. Now I'm gonna tell you why it would be smart for you to allow me to come back in to this business. I know, James, the company rules, and I've been suspended indefinitely for my attack on Layla, and they have stripped me of my pay for the next several months of my contract. They've bought me out. I'm done. I am finished. Luckily, I have money saved. I'll be fine. Hardly any consequences are gonna hit me, James Storm. Unless you come down here to the parking lot right now and you lay a hand on me. You do that and I'm back in. Because they know, and I know, that as a WWE superstar, you cannot lay a hand on me. I'm pretty much a civilian now. They won't let me past that gate. But unless you come and attack me, that'll give me the leverage I need to get back into the company, and then on Sunday, we can have a match. It could be any match that you choose. 'Cause trust me, James Storm, my itch hasn't been scratched yet. I'm not done with you. My attack on Layla was a mistake, but I still hate... Oh my god, and there's James Storm taking down Randy Orton. And I think it makes it official. I think Randy Orton is now officially back on the roster. Randy Orton has planned this out. He attacked Layla last week, and ever since then he's been scheming a way to get back onto the roster with very little consequences for his actions. Randy Orton now attacking James Storm attacking right back. This all started with a little friendly competition, and Layla chose James Storm after their match. And I don't know if it's jealousy, I don't know what it is, but Randy Orton now getting the best of James Storm. Randy Orton, the suplex, and just taking him down. And look at that. Randy Orton has won the backstage brawl. There are people coming in now. We gotta cut to commercial. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been made official as your World Heavyweight Champion comes down to the ring. Randy Orton is back with the company. James Storm has given him the opportunity to come back just so he can kick his ass at the No Way Out pay-per-view. Randy Orton versus James Storm at No Way Out, but also tonight, just to get a little frustration out, James Storm will be taking on Randy Orton in an Extreme Rules match. But right now we do have Mark Henry coming out. Obviously, he wants to see if Leo Kruger can impress him against this man, Zack Ryder. I am being informed that Mark Henry is the special guest referee. So Mark Henry, Mark Henry was impressed last week with his win against Darren Young, with Leo Kruger's win against Darren Young, and this week it seems like he wants to be the one to count the three, to be the one to be impressed. Is he going to beat the Long Island IZ, Zack Ryder? Leo Kruger made his debut about a month ago, interrupting the World Champions match, giving him a loss against Kevin Nash, and ever since then Leo Kruger has been trying to prove himself to be worthy. Not much is known about Leo Kruger. I do know that he's hunted some of the most endangered and most dangerous species in the world. And here we go, starting off the match. Mark Henry is your special guest referee. Leo, nice elbow to the face, taking Zack Ryder down. After last week, we do have an update from Layla. She is doing much better. She is still in the hospital, still just recovering. She didn't get a concussion. She suffered a concussion from that, so she has been given the week off. She will not be out here to assist James Storm. Very unfortunate thing that happened, but I mean, if you're in Randy Orton's position, and Randy Orton's a psychopath, I've had the honor of, not really the honor anymore, but I had the honor of interviewing a couple of times, and he's just an insane person at this point. When you attack an unarmed woman from behind when she did very little to nothing wrong, and you hit her in the back of the head and you give her a concussion, and you really have no regrets about it. I mean, take the promo earlier for what you will, but I just don't believe in Randy Orton's story. I do not believe that he was regretting that. I think he was trying to invoke himself. He was trying to invoke himself to get rehired by having James Storm attack him in that parking lot earlier today. But nonetheless, that's what's happening. Leo Kruger, nice belly-to-belly suplex there, and elbow straight to the face. Leo Kruger in control of this match. I don't think he's lost control. Nice suplex there. Zack Ryder going to try to get some offense in, and he does. Flying clothesline, forearm punch type maneuver there. Leg drop taking him down. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next. Leo Kruger, arm takedown, doesn't keep Zack Ryder down for long. Zack Ryder back up into a float over neck breaker. And I'm trying to gauge the look on Mark Henry's face. I'm trying to see if Mark Henry is the type of guy who is going to call it down the middle or not. If he lets Zack Ryder here win tonight, I mean, what does that do in that sense? Does it make Zack Ryder the #1 contender? Zack Ryder, another neck breaker there, trying to work on Leo Kruger's head. And another neck breaker. Oh, that one had a little bit of torque on it. Might be enough to take him down. Zack Ryder now reverse DDT connecting. And down goes Leo Kruger. Here he goes, he's going for the pin. Mark Henry 1, 2. I think that was a bit of a slow count. I mean, maybe Mark Henry's just a big guy. Zack Ryder hitting his finisher. 1. No, that's a slow count. 2, 3, and he does it anyway. He does it anyway. Zack Ryder defeating Leo Kruger here. with Mark Henry as the special guest referee, and Leo Kruger was in control the whole match. I don't know what the deal was, but Zack Ryder getting an upset win over Leo Kruger on Friday Night Smackdown. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the steel cage above the ring. Kurt Angle, being a dominant champion, saying, you know what, last week, I knew what Dean Ambrose was up to. He stayed on the outside of the ring. I did most of the work on the inside of the ring. And this is what he told me. He did not tell Dean Ambrose this. Dean Ambrose does not know what he's walking out to. But he wanted Dean Ambrose to get a little more involved in their rivalry against Cody Rhodes and Bret Hart. So he made it a steel cage tornado tag match. And these 4 competitors are going to be in this ring battling it out. But what they don't know is the huge news that we just learned as a result of the match that we just previously watched. Mark Henry has just confirmed to me that yes, he counted the 3 against Leo Kruger, but he's going to give him a nice debut pay-per-view match at No Way Out in an Extreme Rules pay-per-view, sorry, I just swallowed a bunch of Pepsi down my lungs, and I had a coughing fit, so my mistake. But here we go. Leo Kruger is going to get a debut pay-per-view match against Mark Henry and these 4 superstars at No Way Out in an Elimination Chamber match. So it's going to be these 4 superstars going on against Leo Kruger and Mark Henry at the No Way Out pay-per-view in an Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, none of these members of this group know about it. If they did, I would assume that they would try to attack each other, even if they're on their own teams. So we're just gonna leave it a secret for now, and we're gonna get a little bit of a preview of what No Way Out holds in store for us. I mean, just think, in a couple of days, you could see Kurt Angle be a dual United States and World Heavyweight Champion. You could see Mark Henry defeat them all. You could see Dean Ambrose, the World Champion, Cody Rhodes, Bret Hart, or even Leo Kruger. Leo Kruger has looked a little disappointing in his debut. We are not quite sure if I don't know, maybe if he was in the ring with Mark Henry, just gave him a little bit of the nerves, but he did lose against Zack Ryder earlier tonight. So if he were to win the Elimination Chamber match on Sunday, I don't know, it could be a fluke championship win. Kurt Angle, belly-to-belly suplex going up against Bret Hart. Cody Rhodes taking on Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose volunteering to help out the United States Champion, but how much of a help has he really been? Dean Ambrose seemed a little more interested in seeing Kurt Angle get a little bit of a beating last week, and when he was in the match, he wanted to take the beating to Cody Rhodes and Bret Hart. It just still seems like Dean Ambrose isn't on anyone's team but his own. Nice headbutt there, taking Cody Rhodes down. This match will finish when both superstars of either Team Cody and Bret or Team Dean and Kurt will feet hit the floor. And there goes Dean Ambrose and Kurt Angle. They're both trying to get out of here immediately. Dean Ambrose thinking, hey, I need to get out of this match. If Bret Hart and Cody Rhodes pull him down and give him a bit of a punishment, so be it. You gotta wonder if Dean's plan the past couple of weeks of letting Kurt do most of the work is just weakening Kurt down. He knows that Kurt is a monster. A cyborg of a human being, of a wrestler. So why not let Cody Rhodes and Bret Hart be the #1 contenders for now, beat him down, and then Dean take up position when Kurt Angle is at his weakest. Cody Rhodes now trying to get the better of Dean Ambrose. Bret Hart just getting whomped on by Kurt Angle. Oh, and look at that, a face raked by Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose again in control. Why is he picking him back up, though? Going for a suplex, and Dean Ambrose might escape the cage here. Oh, hurry, Dean, hurry. Oh! And Dean Ambrose goes down. Kurt Angle now on the other side, trying to escape, trying to get away. And he does not. Bret Hart, the savior. I don't know why they didn't try to get out earlier when both Bret and Cody were down. Cody Rhodes now trying to escape the cage. Bret Hart trying to keep Dean in check, in control. Kurt Angle now. Oh, going for triple suplexes here. German suplexes incoming. DDT to Dean Ambrose. Kurt Angle trying to escape the cage. Bret Hart trying to take him down. And he does. Very simple work here. Just it's a war of attrition in this steel cage match. Who's going to be too tired to take the other man down? Belly suplex taking him down. Dean Ambrose now. He can help Kurt Angle, or he can try to escape the cage here. No, oh, shit. I got new batteries. I just need to go get him. Damn it. Guess I'll do that after this match. Dean Ambrose now. Scoop slam, taking him down, going off. What the hell is he doing? Oh my god. That was way too far. Angle slam to Cody Rhodes. Kurt Angle, the only man standing, trying to get out of here. And look at this. Dean Ambrose looking to assassinate Bret Hart, and he does. Taking him down. Dean Ambrose, you gotta get out of that cage. You gotta get out of that cage. Kurt Angle is out. Bret Hart is down. Finish it. Cody Rhodes now tangling with Dean Ambrose. Kurt Angle now getting a little bit of a smile. Kurt Angle smiling at me. He knows, he told me that this was his plan. Leave the Hound of Justice get attacked with Bret Hart and Cody Rhodes in the middle. Kurt Angle doesn't know it right now, but Kurt Angle will soon find out that these three are going to be half of the competitors in the Elimination Chamber match at the No Way Out pay-per-view. Cody Rhodes now. Dean Ambrose is just getting picked apart by these two gentlemen, and this is going to really hurt his chances here at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I guess every action in this world devises a consequence, and his action last week of leaving Kurt Angle in that ring for so long, not breaking up the counts, or not allowing Cody Rhodes to break up those counts last week, getting Kurt Angle a little more battle damage, is now giving him a consequence of he's getting picked apart by this team of Bret Hart and Cody Rhodes. And here we go, look at this, Bret Hart now. Face buster from the top rope. Cody Rhodes has escaped. Kurt Angle and Cody Rhodes, I think, are going to be a little civil here on the outside. They're too tired. It's now down to Bret Hart and Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose just took a pile driver, and it looks like he's busted open. I see a small cut above his eyes. Bret Hart now trying to climb the cage. Kurt Angle on the outside, looking at his competition. Yeah, did you see that motion? He wants Bret Hart to come on out. Dean Ambrose now. What is Dean Ambrose? And Dean Ambrose left alone in the cage. Is this an early premonition of things to be? Dean Ambrose always coming out last. Dean Ambrose, will you ever win? Dean Ambrose left in the cage to get picked apart by Bret Hart, Cody Rhodes. Kurt Angle's plan came to fruition here tonight on Smackdown. As soon as they go backstage, they're going to find out that they have an Elimination Chamber match 2 days from now. It will no longer be Bret Hart versus Kurt Angle for the United States Championship, and I think they're going to be A-okay with that because they have something much bigger in the plans for them. A 6-man Elimination Chamber match. Dean Ambrose took that pile driver, and that was it. He tried to get up, he tried to chase Bret Hart down, but he just couldn't get it done. Dean Ambrose, the big loser tonight. Kurt Angle, the big winner. Leo Kruger, Mark Henry, this is going to be an epic Elimination Chamber match, and look at that. Bret Hart, Cody Rhodes winning. I don't think they're going to be too chummy for very much longer, though. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Kurt Angle catcalling Dean Ambrose in that cage. Oh, well, ladies and gentlemen, we did get the word to the United States participants in that previous steel cage match that they are going to be in that Elimination Chamber match, and that has just fueled this match that we're about to see here tonight. The general manager making that decision, but Yokozuna and Sergeant Slaughter not understanding at all. Yokozuna mostly because he doesn't have the brain cells to comprehend such things, but Sergeant Slaughter is very much not happy with this, and he is going to sick Yokozuna on poor Santino Marella. Santino Marella, just an upstanding gentleman of a man, and he's coming out anyway for this match, even though he might know that Sergeant Slaughter is looking for blood here. Santino Marella doing the power walk all the way to the ring. Thing is, I just don't think it's wise, and look at the glare that Sergeant Slaughter is showing to Santino Marella. Poor Santino Marella, he's going to have to go into this match knowing, or maybe not knowing, that Yokozuna is going to try to tear him apart. Yokozuna just pushing Santino down. That is the type of ferociousness that you're going to get from Yokozuna. He's just a man-beast of a man. At that point, who needs brains? You've got all the brawn you need. Santino Marella. If you don't remember, they had a match a couple weeks ago. They had a match months ago, and in an elimination type match, and he was just destroyed. And then a couple weeks ago, he did have the match in control. He took Yokozuna out with the Cobra on the outside, but then he tried to be a hero, or an upstanding gentleman, as I described as him earlier. And he tried to pick Yokozuna up and bring him back into the ring, and that led to his downfall in the match. He could have won that match, so let's see if he can get the job done here again tonight. Santino Marella versus Yokozuna. Sergeant Slaughter just pacing on the outside. Obviously, these two were involved in the incident last week with Randy Orton and James Storm. That match will be next. It's going to be an Extreme Rules match. And I just expect no love lost to be between both of these two. James Storm is going to be absolutely livid. He got baited in. He got baited in. He attacked Randy Orton. That gave Randy Orton a legal vie to get back into the company, and it was confirmed earlier tonight that there will be a match tonight, and there's going to be a match at No Way Out between these two gentlemen. Still undetermined of what that match might be, but tonight we're going to let their grievances be aired via tables, ladders, chairs, steel steps, microphones. Hell, I've seen a couple of fans out here with some crutches and replica title belts. I want to see James Storm take the absolute piss out of Randy Orton and just brutalize him. Someone like Randy Orton, they're not sorry. They may say they're sorry, but I mean, which one of the voices in his head is controlling his actions at this point? Yokozuna now working on Santino Marella, just keeping him down. Looks like he's going for a Samoan drop. Santino reverses. Reverse DDT. Santino now trying to work up some momentum, and Sergeant Slaughter in the ring, not a happy camper. I mean, Yokozuna and Sergeant Slaughter snubbed from the Elimination Chamber match. I mean, and can you really blame the general manager? I mean, Yokozuna, he was a former champion, so I get Yokozuna's claim that he wanted to be in that match. But Sergeant Slaughter lost fair and square. I mean, and well, he did get screwed out of it a month ago. So I guess they do both have claim to that World Heavyweight Championship, but I mean, the general manager has talks with the World Heavyweight Champion, as he did with Sergeant Slaughter. When Sergeant Slaughter was champ, he was in control of how things ran, and look at this, Santino Marella could have won this match, and Sergeant Slaughter is interrupting the referee. Sergeant Slaughter had his time as champion, and he didn't manipulate the game enough. And it looks like Mark Henry is just trying to keep Sergeant Slaughter and Yokozuna out of it. Oh, look at these chops straight to Santino. Going for the pin. Santino, hand on the rope. Santino trying to get anything going here in this match. Irish whip into the corner. Yokozuna stunned, but an elbow. Santino taking the big man down and going. Oh, look at him. He's wrapping up that leg. He's wrapping up that leg. And he's got Yokozuna in a leg maneuver. Did Kurt Angle teach Santino some more Morella martial arts here? Looks like the referee is now threatening Sergeant Slaughter that he will kick him out of this match if he continues to interrupt. Belly to belly suplex, taking Santino down. I think it's too little too late. 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. Too little too late. Twice Santino could have won this match, but Sergeant Slaughter not gonna sit and be idle as he watches his monster Yokozuna lose to Santino Marella. I mean, just look at the amount of attacks that Santino had against Yokozuna. Look at this reversal here. Nice reverse DDT. Probably took him out. Was trying to go for a pin. Just didn't work out. Sergeant Slaughter manipulating the game. Sergeant Slaughter and Yokozuna, the winners of this match. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, the Extreme Rules match between Randy Orton and James Storm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. James Storm making his way out to the ring. Without the beautiful Layla by his side, it's just an eerie feeling here. As we did say earlier, Layla is doing much better. She did suffer a concussion, so she has been given this week off. We do not want to aggravate the concussion in any way. Even the slightest bump could really just move the brain and really affect her concussion, so we're going to let her take the week off and sit back and watch this episode of Friday Night Smackdown. And for her, it must be very disappointing to see Randy Orton coming out here. Randy Orton, a sly smile on his face. He knows that he just got away with practically assault of a diva. Sure, he's not getting paid, but as you said before, he does have bank accounts that he's been saving his money. It's not going to affect him anyway. And look at some of these women in the WWE Universe. They are just sickened by Randy Orton. We've got the Be a Star initiative. And just so many promotional things are being affected by Randy Orton's attack on Layla last week. James Storm now looking to start this match off really quick and taking Orton down, but Orton reversing into a suplex. Randy Orton got the better of James Storm earlier tonight. He goaded him into attacking him first. Randy Orton attacked right back, and James Storm took the brunt of that punishment. Randy Orton now seeming to be in control of this match as well. Randy Orton, I mean, he does hear voices in his head. He's been a legend killer. He's been an apex predator. The face of the WWE, the first ever WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And now here we are again, back at step one. No titles, no authority to help him out. Randy Orton is on his own, and he was jealous that James Storm had Layla, and Layla was helping James Storm in so many ways, in cheating, in being there, being an emotional support. Randy Orton just snapped. Randy Orton's been married, he's been divorced, he's got a kid. So many emotions can go through the mind of someone who's been through so much in their life. Earlier he did state that he was court-martialed from the military, he was kicked out of Evolution. Said that those were all mistakes, much like the attack on Layla was a mistake. It just didn't seem that he really regretted it. I mean, if you think about it, if he hadn't have been court-martialed from the military, he would never have reached the amount of fame he has here in the WWE. If he had never... Oh my god, and spear through that... Oh my god, that garbage can has just been flattened. I mean, can we get a replay on that real quick? Can we get a replay on that? Let's get a better TV angle here. I mean, just look at this, just the spear flattening that garbage can. Oh my god. Randy Orton now has, and he's grabbing another one. He attempted to at least. But yeah, if he had not been court-martialed He wouldn't have been here in the WWE if he had not been kicked out of Evolution. He would not have reached the same amount of height that he has. He wouldn't have been the Legend Killer, the Apex Predator. That would have been all Triple H's glory. Maybe Batista would have surpassed him. I mean, he's saying these things as if he regrets not making those mistakes, but those mistakes actually made him grow. Will this mistake make him grow as well? Will it change him into being something totally even more sadistic than we've ever seen before? James Storm, when the event did happen, I mean, we had cameras everywhere. I had basically a front row view of it. I saw Layla go down, and I immediately looked over to James Storm, and James Storm was still in the middle of attacking Sergeant Slaughter. And I think Yokozuna was in the rings. I think he was attacking Sergeant Slaughter. And he just didn't know. He had no idea what was going on. We had referees coming down from the ramp, and he was still attacking Sergeant Slaughter. We just didn't understand the full brunt of what had just happened. Randy Orton was right earlier about one thing, though. When James Storm did find out that Layla was struck down by the Viper, Randy Orton, he lost it. You saw his eyes just lost all source of humanity. He turned into an animal. Oh, nice spine buster there, taking Randy Orton down. These two are just going at each other maliciously. Randy Orton's been trying to get a weapon. But I mean, if I'm Randy Orton, I don't think I need a weapon. Randy Orton now going for the DDT. Oh, planting James Storm. Is that going to be enough? 1, 2, 2.5. James Storm kicking out. The crowd is on their feet. They want to see Randy Orton be stopped here. Randy Orton now calling it, trying to end this match. Oh, and just look at that. The same clubbing blow that he used against Layla. And it just fueled James Storm. James Storm understood what that was. And he just went after Orton with a vengeance I've never seen before. Nice spear taking him down. And James Storm has stopped Randy Orton's finisher for now. And oh, look at that back suplex. Right there. Out on that thin padding that covers the cement. Randy Orton now. Kick to the gut. James Storm. Oh, a boot to the side of the head. That's what I was figuring he was going to go for. Randy Orton now trying to come back from this. James Storm, last call super kick. Connecting. James Storm going for the win. 1, 2, 2.5. Randy Orton kicked out. Oh my god. James Storm, Irish whipping Orton into the post. Going for a suplex, it looks, and there it is, a snap suplex, taking him down. James Storm trying for a running drop kick. Randy Orton reverses, knee straight to the spine. The kidneys and the spine area of James Storm has just been rocked, and another garbage can attempted to get out of the ring. I don't know what his plan is with that. But Randy Orton seems to have a game plan here. Ooh, gutbuster taking him down. Randy Orton wanting to win this match. James Storm wanting to avenge Layla. Oh no, it looks like Randy Orton has a baseball bat now. And James Storm fighting for it. James Storm throwing it down. He doesn't need a baseball bat. Luthez. Randy Orton on top now. Elbow to the face. Randy Orton in total control of this match. Just attacking any ligament, any piece of body that he can find from James Storm. He is attempting to attack here. James Storm just kicking Randy Orton several times, taking him down. And James Storm, I think, wants to end this here. Randy Orton reverses, snapping their takedown. Randy Orton getting some steel stairs. Steel steps to the face. And Randy Orton is just brutalizing James Storm with the steel steps. James Storm now reversing, taking the steel steps, and Randy Orton just runs into him, sacrificing a bit of his own body to stop James Storm's assault with those steel steps. James Storm has been busted open. James Storm coming into the ring. He's got those steel steps in hand. He didn't have them quite in hand correctly. Throws him back down. Randy Orton, RKO. RKO out of nowhere. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Damn it. And Randy Orton defeating James Storm here. Randy Orton hasn't lost a damn thing by attacking Layla. James Storm, I mean, there was the spear through the trash can, the spinebuster on the outside, the last call, super kick. We thought it was over. Randy Orton running on fumes, kicks out of it. I mean, he went for the steel steps here, and I think this is where the match really went in Orton's favor. He just knocked him right with the side of those steps, busted him open. 1, 2, 3 after an RKO. Randy Orton dominant. Randy Orton has a job back here on Friday Night Smackdown. Randy Orton does not get hardly any consequences for what he did to Layla, and Randy Orton defeating James Storm, both intellectually and physically, here on Friday Night Smackdown. This Sunday they're going to have a match. I don't know what type of match yet, but we'll find out. Randy Orton standing tall on Friday Night Smackdown. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, and here come the dominant team of the Shield, the Tag Team Champions. Coming down from the crowd, as they typically always do, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, both very dominant in their own ways. Roman Reigns last week taking out Corey Graves with a vicious spear. Seth Rollins the past couple of weeks has looked like he's been God. We have now known the name of the maneuver he has been using. He calls it the Skywalker. He's been taking down people like HBK. I mean, he went to NXT and he had a match and he took that competitor down as well. He's taken down HBK twice. He is on a flawless run here. The Shield dominant on my Friday Night Smackdown. Not to be outdone, though, by Corey Graves and HBK. They haven't looked very impressive. They're a brand new team that we debuted just about a month ago. They fought the originals, Rob Van Dam, Rey Mysterio, to get a #1 contention shot against the Shield. And they've been the #1 contenders ever since then, but they have just not gotten off on the right foot. I mean, the first week, Corey Graves and HBK, they've had some differences in how they want to do things. Have they improved enough to a point that they are going to be able to defeat the Shield here tonight and get an early bit of momentum going into their match this Sunday at the No Way Out pay-per-view? I've actually been having a lot of interviews, a lot of discussions with Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, and he has told me that, you know, maybe if he had a time machine, he would be able to go into the match with the Shield and interrupt as his older self with Ryback. And he still claims that that was not him, but that's another huge reason that the Shield just does not like Shawn Michaels. Oh, and look at this, Shawn Michaels just taking a pot shot at Seth Rollins. Corey Graves now looking to get a little bit of an advantage from that. He's not going to get it, though. Shawn Michaels trying to get back into the ring, trying to distract him and disrupt Seth Rollins from finishing that maneuver. A little more teamwork here from Corey Graves and Shawn Michaels. Elbows straight to the face. And this is what you want to do. If you're Corey Graves and if you're Shawn Michaels, what you want to do is to weaken the weak link of the Shield. And at this moment, it does seem to be Seth Rollins. Even though Seth Rollins is on a winning streak, I mean, just who's gonna be the easier person to weaken out and take down? It's got to be Seth Rollins out of the two. Corey Graves just trying to get some momentum here.
So far, this has been a very competitive tag team match.
Shawn Michaels trying to attack him from the side of the ring, and the referee is letting him get away with it. That is the type of honorary treatment you get from the referees. I mean, if you're a legend, if you're one of the big names in this business, expect to get a little bit more special treatment than you would if you were a rookie. Corey Graves now just targeting the legs of Seth Rollins, trying to weaken them up for his lucky 13. I think that's one thing that he failed to do last week, was focus on the legs of Roman Reigns. He attempted to do a lot of maneuvers, but I mean, he had the option to use a lot of weapons as well, and he just did not do it. Roman Reigns, a smile on his face. He knows that he can beat Corey Graves on his worst day. Corey Graves slipping out of the ring. Doesn't want anything to do with Roman Reigns, one half of the tag team champions. Corey Graves throwing him into the barricade. It looks like Shawn Michaels now is going to get a little frisky. Taking him down. Roman Reigns tossing HBK into the corner. Tag team maneuver here. Is this going to be a finisher? Oh, and just shoulder block clothesline takedown of Shawn Michaels, going for the pin here. 1, 2, no, Shawn Michaels kicks out. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns trying to finish the job on Shawn Michaels. It's going to take a little more than that. Shawn Michaels has to get a tag here. Kicking out of that one as well. Oh man, HBK so close to getting that tag. So close, going for the reverse neckbreaker, and he does. He does get it. He's going to the top rope. He's got the momentum, but Seth Rollins up on his feet quickly. Enziguri taking him down. Reversed. Drop kick, taking Seth Rollins down. Going back up. Elbow drop connecting. And now he tags in Corey Graves. Corey Graves taking Seth Rollins down. Taking down Roman Reigns. Oh, trying for that shoulder block to the leg. Oh, reversed. He reversed it into a roll-up. 1, 2. Oh, and Seth Rollins now. 1. No, it's reversed again. Shawn Michaels in the middle of the ring. 1, 2. Oh. And he kicks out of it. Knee drop. Neck breaker there. Neck breaker. Oh, and just double knees to the chest. I don't know what's going on with Roman Reigns and Shawn Michaels right now. Oh, and just taking down Seth Rollins, and look at this. Look at this, he's going for the breaking point submission, and it doesn't work out. Doesn't work out, and look, the referee's distracted by Shawn Michaels. Poke to the eye. The Shield, this is why they're the tag team champions. Reversed. Leg takedown. Trying to work on those legs a little more, trying to get a submission out of him. No, and they can't, and that's what they didn't need. They did not need Roman Reigns to get into this match here. And look at this, Shawn Michaels tagging himself in. Roman Reigns knows that he's going to have to go one-on-one against Shawn Michaels here. Going for the suplex. Taking him down. Uh-oh. And here we go. Corey Graves. Oh, Corey Graves ruined it. Oh, and Corey Graves hit the referee. It was an accidental attack. Corey Graves taking down Seth Rollins. Corey Graves, there's a crossbody in the ring to Roman Reigns. Corey Graves, Seth Rollins attacking each other on the outside. This match has just been chaotic for a finish.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
Shawn Michaels still attacking Roman Reigns.
I think Michaels wants some more sweet chin music.
Oh, and look at that, just taking down the legs of Seth Rollins. I think that sweet chin music has just been hit upon Roman Reigns. Seth Rollins on the outside. I don't think he's going to be able to get back into the ring. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's it. Corey Graves and Shawn Michaels defeating the Shield on Friday Night Smackdown, proving that they are the #1 contenders. Look at some of the action. I mean, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins did a good job of isolating Shawn Michaels, but look at that. He made the tag. Corey Graves came in like a wrecking ball. And that's when all hell would break loose. Shawn Michaels would try to go for the sweet chin music. Corey Graves would bump Roman Reigns, interfering in it. But it would end up for the better for both of them. Shawn Michaels I mean, just look at that. I mean, look, Seth Rollins, Corey Graves on the outside. Shawn Michaels hits the Sweet Chin Music. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns falls. And look at that. That is going to end your Friday Night Smackdown. Looking forward to the No Way Out pay-per-view debuting on Sunday, followed on Monday by Monday Night Raw. We will be leading up to the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I will announce if that's a joint pay-per-view or not. I think it is, but I'm just going to double-check to what I did say. So we do have Corey Graves and HBK standing tall at the end of Friday Night Smackdown. We've got the Elimination Chamber match, the Tag Team match, maybe a Divas match on there, and also the match between James Storm and Randy Orton. It gets very personal and very championship themed at the No Way Out pay-per-view. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and until Sunday, Derek D. Ginger King checking out.